Hey everybody, this is Miss Marlene. A few weeks ago, I put some Morel liquid spore into green spawn. I did the Morel spore from my garden and then it turned out to be pretty good. This one right here, pretty good. There's another one also turned out good. But about 80% of the one I did on that day, it wasn't that good at all. So on 8/28/21, I take some of this spore from this one here and put it in this one, and so far it seemed to be pretty good. No sign of contaminations. It's only about let me see, 2 weeks now, less than 2 weeks. So it's pretty good. On this one, also sample number 12, it turned out pretty good as well. It started forming. I put it on August 28/21 also. It seemed to be pretty healthy from this one. And the juice from this container, I put some of the juice in here. It turned out pretty good as well, so far anyway. So these two pretty good. This liquid spore here, what I did is I just take a piece of paper that have spore in it. I put the paper in the jar of sanitized water, and here it is. It got some spore, pretty good. And I inject it into this green spawn. Look pretty healthy to me at this point. This was injected on August 28/21. The same as this one. It's from the same liquid spore. This one, the same thing from the same liquid spore, but because it's a little bigger, it seems like it's forming, but it's not as fast as this one. Let's see. On the same day, I ordered liquid spore, Morel liquid spore from, this one is from root mushroom. I put it in here. It seemed like it is growing. Morel spore is in there. It seemed like it's spreading. It's slowly, a little bit slower than the one from my garden. Maybe because I put more spore into this the other jar. This one, I ordered the spore from liquid fungi, Morel spore as well. If you look closely, yeah, there are some white spore on top of it for me. So it looked promising as well. All of this, so far, it looked promising. I now do kind of get a little concerned about the black spot right here and right there. Hopefully it's not contaminated. In the past, some of the Morel spore, when I keep longer, it was contaminated as the time goes on. So hopefully this is not the case. Well, that's it. I will be using all this Morel spore to see if I can plant it. I'm planning to plant sometime in October or November. This Morel spore was taken from my garden, and the mushroom was put on a brown paper bag. With that, I tore a piece of paper bag and put it in here. I'm not sure it's contaminated. It looked different than the rest of the jar that was contaminated. So I'm not really sure. There's two of them. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna take a sample from each container, from each jar, put it into this green spawn to see if it's still viable. Maybe it's just the color of the paper, the brown paper, that's why it turned black like this. It is different than the one that was contaminated that I throw away. So we'll see.